Hey guys, and welcome back to Digimon Digital Monsters Season 2, Episode 17 of my show, but this is about Episode 16. Now, before I start talking about it, I just want to give you guys a little heads up about something. Next week, on May the 13th, I'm gonna upload like two, I'm uploading Wednesday this week, and I'm also gonna upload Wednesday next week. So that's what 2 weeks on Wednesday that I'm gonna upload. Now the reason why I'm gonna upload on Wednesday again next week is because May 13th is coming up, and that's my 2-year anniversary with my YouTube channel. I kind of celebrated my last my first year anniversary with my YouTube channel on the 20th, a little late because I didn't quite remember what day I had joined or what day I had started uploading and stuff. So from now on, every day on the 13th of May each year, I'm gonna have an anniversary with my YouTube channel. Now getting into it. So this Wednesday and next Wednesday are gonna be my uploading days. So just thought I'd give you guys a heads up about that. Anyway, getting into it. This is History of Digimon Digital Monsters Season 2, Episode 17 of my show. But this is about Episode 16 of Season 1. Now, Episode 16 in the English dub is known as, oh, also, by the way, before I start, is known as, Episode 16 in the English dub is known as 2000 Digileagues Under the Sea. But before I start talking about it, I just want to mention also next week I'm gonna be going to Dauphin to celebrate my 2-year anniversary and stuff, and I'm gonna also go see the new Avengers Age of Ultron movie in theaters. So in the week after next week's video, I'll explain to you guys how I like the movie and give you my overall rating of it and stuff. Okay, now sorry about getting off track there. Now I'll get back on it. Like I said, this is History of Digimon Digital Monsters Season 2, Episode 17 of my show. But this is about Episode 16. Now, Episode 16 in the English dub is known as 2000 Digileagues Under the Sea. And that's kind of an appropriate title in the fact that most of the episode, like from the beginning part of it, takes place underwater and stuff like that. And basically it starts with Cody, with the kids being trapped in an underwater oil platform in the digital world and under attack by Metal Featuremon, Mega Featuremon, I mean. And basically what happens is Cody's acting all scared because apparently he has a fear of the ocean and stuff. Then there's this flashback to when they found an another DG in an underwater oil platform, which technically turns out to be the one with the crest of reliability on it, by the way. I just thought I'd get that out of the way. Anyway, then Wormmon is asking him what he's gonna do with them, and he says he doesn't have time for them. He's taking over the world at noon, so he sends one of his slaves to attack them, which is Mega Featuremon. However, since Mega Featuremon is a recurring character from season 1, I won't put him in the description. However, there will be a the last of Armadillomon's Armor Digimon forms to be introduced, and I'll put that in the description as well as I think. Yes. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I just the light needed to be turned on in the background. I guess if you guys, I just thought I'd get that. Anyway, getting into it, keep getting back on track. I'm sorry about that. The since, like I said, since Mega Digimon isn't is a Digimon from the first season, I won't put him in the description, but there will be another one of Armadillomon's Armadigiroll forms called, which will be the one with the Digi reliability. I'll explain that later when I get to it. And then basically what happens is Gatomon said that they can't go outside because even if they did, they'd just be safe, and even if they could find a way out, then Mega Digimon would be waiting for them out there and stuff. And then basically what happens is it goes back into the present scene, and then they're all like frightened and stuff, and then they find this one emergency kind of escape pod. And well, actually, first it goes to where Cody is before the escape pod thing. He's telling Armadillomon about this dream that he has about the ocean, where he's always trapped at the bottom of it, and the dream is always the same. He always wakes up, and then later on they find a escape pod, kind of an injection kind of pod thing, and then they want Cody to go into it, and they say that the reason why they wanted him to go into it is because he's scared, but he said he doesn't want to do it. And then they draw the stirs, like these straws with the red things on the bottom, and Cody grabs one on the first try, and basically what happens is David says that Cody got it on the first try, but then Cody whacks Davis's hand, and then the straws fall out. And this is the funny part, they tried to actually trick him into going because all the straws had red on the bottom and stuff, which is kind of stupid for a way to trick a kid like that, in my personal opinion. Anyway, continuing on, they get Cody into the pod, and they tell Joe, and then they tell him to go find Joe in the real world to let him know where they are. And then when it goes back into where it is in the human world, Cody tries to give Joe a call, but he gets his answering machine and the answering machine says a test that he's going to doing and stuff. And he says he has to find Joe's school, and then it goes back into the digital world for a sec, and the kids are trying to lift the Digi-Egg with the test of reliability, but none of them can lift it, and then Armadillomon gets excited because that means only Cody can lift it, and that he's going to be the one to armor Digimon, and he's excited about that. And Gatomon's wondering what he'll turn into, and stuff like that. Then it goes back, now getting back into the part where Cody goes over to Joe's school, and before he goes to Joe's school, sorry about that, guys. Before he goes to Joe's school, his grandfather and his mother show up, and then his mother is wondering what he's doing, and then his grandfather is reminding her not to pester him, because if he's pestered, he might have to lie, and lying's not a good thing. And then he goes to Joe's school, and he talks to one of the the administration people there. He says that he's sorry to interrupt, but Joe's taking a test, so he can't interrupt it. Now, if it was an emergency, like someone, like one of his family members, and then Cody says that it is an emergency, and someone might have to go to the hospital and stuff, and he's referring to his friends in the digital world in that instance, by the way. Anyway, then Joe runs out because apparently Cody told him that his dad was in the hospital, and then he apologizes to him for lying. He told him his dad was sick, but it wasn't. It was the only way to get out of the classroom. Oh my god! And then basically what happens is then Joe gives Izzy a phone call, and he says, and while the phone's ringing, he's like, "For one thing, you like get off your computer and answer the phone." And then basically what happens is he finally gets Izzy on the phone, and he tells Izzy that the others are trapped in an underwater oil platform in the digital world, and he tells him to track down a very close friend of theirs, which is Itakuman, by the way, and and basically what happens is, even beforehand, these little dolphin-like creatures, I think they're called Digimons or something, uh, they show up outside the window, and well, no, that's later on with those things. I just thought, but I won't put that in the description because they don't show up in this episode. They show up later on. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, and then Izzy manages to contact Ikakumon, and then he goes to where they are, and then Mega Digimon shows up. Now, since Mega Digimon is technically a recurring character from season 1, I won't put him in the description, but Armadillomon will get one other Armored Digivolve form, and that'll be introduced later. And then later on, I guess the old friend that they spoke of was Waymon, because later on Waymon goes crashing through the oil platform, the bottom part of it, and they manage to get Cody the Digi-Egg, and he says that he doesn't want the Digi-Egg because it's because of the Digi-Egg why they were trapped down there, why they were all trapped down there in the first place. And then David said they didn't come all this way just for him to say thanks, but no thanks. And then Joe tells him to come down with him, and he tells him to pick it up, but he says he doesn't want it. And then he also said that his grandfather told him not to lie. And he said that he told a lie, and then it didn't happen, and he doesn't deserve the Digi-Egg of reliability. And basically, Joe said that there are two kinds of lies. There's the ones that can hurt people, and then there's one that's the one that can help. And then basically, he said that he tells them that when they get back to the human world, he'll explain the whole situation to his grandfather and stuff. And then he agrees with that, and then basically what happens is Armadillomon tells him that he's ready whenever Cody is to Armor Digivolve, and then he says the activation code Digi-Armor Energize, and then Armadillomon Armor Digivolve. Now this introduces his, kind of technically his last Armor Digivolve form, because Digimon is the only one who has multiple armor forms. Because Digimon has one more form later on, but that doesn't show up until like episodes 20 and 21 of this season. I just thought I'd get that out of the way. Anyway, and Armadillomon's Armor Digivolve form with the crest of reliability is known as Submarimon, and his special attack is known as Oxygen Torpedoes. Now, basically, what Oxygen Torpedoes is, it's basically an attack where he shoots these oxygen-like missiles out of his body and out of his horn thing that he has as a part of the sub. And then when Davis and Digimon see the sub, because it's a surprise because he thought Armadillomon would turn into a porcupine, and then when Digimon finds out about the submarine, he's like, "Wow, it's submarine! What perfect timing!" And then Ikakumon and Submarimon managed to fight Mega Digimon and managed to break the dark ring off him. And then later on, Submarimon takes Cody into the ocean for a little bit because he figures the reason why he was so scared was because he never got a chance to experience it up close and stuff. And he says that together they can make a lot of things happen, and um and then basically they can learn a lot about the ocean and stuff, and that's the and that's kind of where the episode stops. Um, so if you guys like this video on YouTube, just please give it the real best you guys can, and I'll see you guys next time. Keep it digital.